Hello, and welcome to the For Our Empire podcast. I'm your host, Abby Mauche. In the podcast, we address the personal and the business issues that female entrepreneurs face in their day-to-day lives. Today, our guest is Courtney Rudolph. Hi, Courtney.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. So Courtney has a 9 to 5. She's also an entrepreneur. She runs her own business, and she has a membership for parents to help you connect with your kids, to play more with your kids. She's gonna tell us a bit more about how she's juggling all of this at the same time. Hi, Court.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Nice to have you.
Yeah. So like she said, I work 9 to 5 right now. And then I also am starting up my own company. I've wanted to start up a company since I was in like junior high. My dad was an entrepreneur and I just loved the creativity it allowed him and that he was able to reach his own goals and not a corporation's goals. So I'm just excited for this journey and to introduce my workbooks to the world and to navigate this fun and crazy journey.
Yeah. So I know you're excited about starting your business since you were 12, but what has been like the downside to having your own business?
I think one of the downsides that a lot of people don't talk about, but entrepreneurial is it's very lonely sometimes because nobody believes in your vision like you do, and you just want to talk about it all the time, and people get like they don't get it like you do. So I think it's when you're in a corporate job, you have people to bounce ideas off of, and you have that kind of group and connection. Whereas when you're an entrepreneur, you don't have those unless you go search those out. So that was a huge eye opener for me.
Yeah. So for the loneliness, and have you found any online community or offline community that you can sort of talk about your business and engage? Have you found any?
Yeah, so one thing I actually did was in where I live, we have a huge Facebook group for just business owners. There's like 14,000 people in there. So I posted in there and I just was like, hey, I'd love to create like a really small group to just meet together monthly. So I created that group and we meet once a month now, and it is the best because we all have different businesses. We all brainstorm with each other. We talk about our pain points that we're having. And it's just a great way to have people to relate to and to know that are in your corner and that are going through the exact same things that you're going through.
It is. So does your employer at work know of your side hustle?
No, they don't. I think they'd be okay with it. I just have decided to keep those very separate for right now. So I post like I haven't talked about it with many people that I know. I haven't posted it on my own social medias, just because I just want to keep those separate until I like quit my job and go full into it.
So your business is the membership for parents, right? What give you that idea? Like, I'm gonna assume you don't just wake up one day and go, playtime for parents. Let's do this.
Yeah, I think that there's a couple things that went into it. I think one of the biggest ones was a couple years ago, my dad had a really bad accident that left him disabled, and we didn't know if he was going to make it. And the one thing that I really took away from that experience was that memories are so important, and you never know what's going to happen in life. And that time together and those memories are what's so important. And as I was really looking like at social media, I saw so many moms who really struggled with like doing activities because they're like, I'm not a crafty mom. Like, I'm not that type of mom.
Yeah.
But I'm like, everyone can be that mom. They just need, that help or that dad or whatever. So as I found like searching for Pinterest for hours is really hard to find activities to do.
That. Such a Pinterest. People do that.
They do. And I even was looking for a recipe the other day, and I spent like 20 or 30 minutes looking for the recipe, and I ended up not even making anything because I was like, well, I just wasted time searching. So we decided to create a book that parents get delivered to their inbox, and it's activities that they can do with their whole family every single So it's targeted towards toddlers and preschoolers, but we give you ways to do it from 1-year-old to 6+. So that way parents have a plan and they can involve their whole family and they can learn and make memories together every single month.
Yeah. So it's like a physical box that every month, like a subscription box that comes into you like a doorstep every month, or virtual?
Yeah, it's virtual. So it's just a workbook. That way you can print out as many copies of like the coloring pages or the worksheets for your kids. And we've put the activities in. A lot of it doesn't need to be printed, but the stuff that does need to be printed, it allows you as the parent to just print what you need. And so we're trying to be environmentally friendly while also not making you pay for multiple subscriptions if you have multiple.
It's nice. It's nice. So are there any prospective parents? Because before we started recording, we talked about, you're not quite at the point where you want to have kids right now. You have like a particular milestone you want to reach before having kids. So are there any parents who are like, you don't have kids, you're telling me about my kids? Are there any parents who are like that?
No, I haven't had anyone. I think the reason is, so I babysat and I nannied so much growing up. That was like my job for years. And so I really lived in that. I also have a friend who is helping put together the educational side of the workbook. And she is formerly a first grade and preschool teacher. So nice. We have her doing the educational side. And I'm doing the activities. I am very organized and I love to put stuff together. So I always worry about that, but nobody has cared because I still have that background and that creative side, and it helps with my friend being able to have that educational background too.
So she's a business partner sort.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So why a membership though? Why not an e-commerce store or something? What specifically made you choose and decide that, okay, this is the business model I want to go for?
Yeah, so I liked the membership model because I love that it gets to their inbox every single month and it reminds them to keep playing. Each workbook has a new theme, and so the activities are changing every single month so that way parents have a calendar every month and they have a way to play every single month. We do have the option to purchase the books on their own. But the membership has so many benefits with it, and our goal is to just encourage parents to keep playing.
It's nice. It's nice. Wait, so the membership package comes with the books and a calendar?
Yeah, so it comes with your monthly workbook, and it's 30 days of playing with a bunch of ideas, family days, coloring pages, learning. And then on top of that, we actually have a membership portal that you can log into, and we highlight shops every single month. And so you get shop discounts for fun things for your kids. And we also bring experts in to talk about parenting topics that are really common struggles with parents. So that way they have a whole library of free resources, of videos and printables that they can use to not only make play easier for parenting, but to make the whole parenting process easier.
Oh, that's nice. It's a very interesting business model. Something I'm planning on shifting towards the membership model. It does sound interesting. It also sounds like I would need a lot of technical gear to get started. So yeah, I'm still thinking of that. Okay, so you were an entrepreneur from age 12, which is like, well, at age 12, I had no idea what was with my life. I was out there living my best life without worrying about any of this stuff. And so now you work for a corporation and you still have your membership portal.
Yes.
So how did you start the membership portal? I mean, I did you just like, okay, membership, let's get this software, let's do this, let's market this. So how exactly did you start the membership?
Yeah, so the idea came for the membership, and I just kind of went with it and started researching and learning as much as I could about membership sites. I've been a part of different membership sites for e-commerce and entrepreneurial learning. So I thought, okay, let's kind of mirror one of these and turn it into something for parents.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of learning. It took about 3 months to get it all set up and organized.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I just did it
Cool.
at night. And as I had ideas, I just kept plugging it in so that it became valuable for the parents.
How many hours of sleep do you get? Now I'm worried. 5?
I I still get like 7 hours of sleep a night. So we try. I know sleep is important. So I
Yeah.
try to keep a routine.
Yeah. And so like do you like work 7 days a week, or you just take like one day off as like my off day or my rest day?
So I work obviously my job is Monday through Friday,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I work on my business Monday through Saturday. And I try really hard to have Sunday to just be time with family or watching TV, taking a nap.
Yes.
Sometimes it's really hard, but yeah,
Relax. Because Monday
it is.
starts all over again anyway. Yeah.
Yes. It's
Wow.
just crazy again. So it's nice to have Sunday just to relax and be with family.
Are there been any roadblocks, like in the entrepreneurial journey, like maybe a situation in which there was a glitch in the membership, or someone's stuff got delivered late, or any roadblocks, so far in your entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think that so when I started the membership, I gave it free to quite a few of my Facebook or my Instagram followers because I wanted to be able to test it
Mm-hmm.
without paying members. And so I gave it to them for free. We had a lot of fixes, but I didn't feel bad about it because they were getting it for free. So I
Yeah.
felt like this is fine, and that really helped. I think my biggest roadblock is the thing I'm working on right now is I'm not a marketer and I don't have the background in that. I have the entrepreneur and the business background. So for me, the biggest roadblock is mentally getting to a place where I can market my product and really believe in myself to move forward that. So
Yeah,
it's more
yeah.
of a roadblock. But
Your business idea is already validated. It's already working. If you already have, even if it's one paying member, so clearly it's working. So you should have some confidence in it. It's an actual business. Yeah, have some more
right.
confidence. Come on,
Oh,
you can do
thank you.
this.
It's so hard. That's one of my biggest things is just I believe in the product, and I've heard such amazing feedback from parents and how it's going to help them to really play with their kids more. And
Mm-hmm.
I have one friend and she owns a business, and she's like, my husband's a stay-at-home dad and he wants to play, but he has no clue what to do. So she's like,
Yeah.
I'm so excited to give this to him so that he can play with my daughter. So the validations behind it, it's just mentally, it's that I've got to go forward and give it a try.
Yeah. Plus, if you're not sure what to do with marketing, you can just like collect the testimonials and all the positive feedback you've gotten. You can make social media posts with them, or like of video testimonials with them, and then use that as a marketing tool. Yeah,
I
that would
love
help.
that.
So if you're in like business groups, I know most Facebook groups don't quite allow promotions all the time, but you get like one day to promote. Although that one day is flooded with everybody else promoting, which is the
Yeah.
massive downside of that. Yeah,
Yes.
but on a day in which you're not on a non-promotional day, if you have some testimonials and this positive feedback, you can just do a post saying that you're grateful for this. Don't sell anything, don't promote anything. Just make them curious enough to comment or to send you a message. So you're not violating the rules of the Facebook group. And if people are curious enough, you're indirectly nudging them to come to you, not the other way around. Although
I
I
love
know most business groups, people in there are more there to sell than to listen to anything. So I have noticed that, and it does quite frustrate me a while. But then the hypocrisy, because I was also there to promote my business anyway, so I can't quite complain. Yeah, but you can
Yeah.
just do that if you have the social proof, the positive news, the all that, and then you talk about how your friend's husband is a stay-at-home dad, and how you're really happy about this. That that it's not just for moms, it's also for that. People who are parents in there might comment below or might send you a direct message or a PM depending on the platform. You can now sell from there. And then if you have like a freebie in the funnel before the membership, you can now give them that freebie so that they can have a taste of your membership before you bring them into the membership. So you can do that. That's like easy marketing and easy selling without being very aggressive about it.
Yeah, I love that. We did get our freebie in place. So we have a 7-day workbook that people can download and try it out and see what we've got inside.
Yeah, you should try that.
Are great. I love that. Love that advice. I'm definitely going to use that.
As long as you have like an email sequence set up so that when they download the 7-day freebie, there's zero silence until like 7th day. Maybe like on the 3rd day, you're like, hey, have you been using this? Just like nudge them, like ask questions. What are you struggling with? What have you liked the most so far? And I put a link that says, if you've not downloaded this, here's the link, just in case. So you can do that. So you don't like go complete silent 6 days, 7 days, you're like, hi, membership. That's quite annoying sometimes.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love the idea of giving them a nudge too on day 3. Hey, loving this. Here's the link again.
Yes. That's
an idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So you should try that. That would help. So, what are the downsides you think to working for a corporation, like the 9 to 5 and the business? Are there any downsides for like juggling both of them?
Yeah, I think that it is hard because I think if I could just solely focus on the business, I probably could move it forward a lot more. And I also feel like sometimes it works my mind on the business, so I'm not totally totally engaged. But I'm grateful that I'm in the position that I have a job so that I can be financially supported and can just be able to focus on the business without the stress of I don't have any money coming in.
More than ever right now. Everyone is holding on tightly to their jobs like, whoa.
Yes.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yes. It's totally a blessing. So I try not to complain about it because I'm like, I would rather be juggling both than either not having a job or not having a company to run. So.
Yeah. Because I feel like when you don't have that 9 to 5 bringing in the stable income and you just have your business, it's sort of like dawns on you that if this fails, you're screwed, and it's like this pressure to keep it afloat, because if it doesn't work, then what do you have right now? So yeah, that can be a bit stressful and a bit overwhelming. Oof, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So I'm grateful I'm really excited to be able to have the day where I can quit my job and be able to just go forward and do that. So,
do you have any lessons or tips for people who are about to start their business or have just started? So any advice or tips of what you've learned so far?
Yeah, sorry about those barking dogs in the background.
I prefer cats. They're cuter.
They're all outside, so I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I think some tips would be to be patient. I think that it's not something we all are trained to know how to do to start a company. And I think one of the biggest things that has helped me is to utilize as many free resources as I could find, because there are so many free trainings online. There are so many people. Yes, so many. And they're really good free trainings. And one thing I've learned too is a lot of the really good courses will give you a free training and then push you into a course, but that free training might be good enough to start you out for right now. And I think just, finding what you love. And I had someone tell me that, I might not need to love my product, but I needed to love business. And I think that's true, but I think if you don't believe in the product, it's really hard to sell.
I don't imagine it's very fun to work on it if you're not enjoying it. It's like, another day. Smites me now.
So I think finding what you love and focusing in on what you're good at. And because I think that it's really hard and there's a lot of steps, but if you can just focus on one thing and focus on what you're good at, you'll be able to at least start growing from there and then slowly start teaching yourself the stuff you're not good at.
And any advice on people who want to have a membership sort of business? Any tips? I know you said you had given yours out free for your followers on Instagram, and sort of use them to find out all the glitches and all the stuff that needs to be fixed. So that's already one major tip right there. If you have a membership, you might give it free for a while, or for like a limited people or anybody.
Yeah, I gave it free for the entire year. That
way,
that's
a long time. Whoa.
Yes, they got a long time. I think my advice, that was probably too long to do, but it really helped me so much that I felt like it was justified. And, if they come into the membership in the end, that's great. And if not, I learned a lot from it. I think my other advice for a membership would be to provide as much value as you can in your membership. I think that, or a course or whatever you're doing, always give more, because that's what people want. They're there to learn from you. They're there, in my case, they're there to gain education, and they're there to play with their kids. So we give them as many resources as we can, because it maybe took us a couple hours to put it together. But that's what's going to help keep those people in your course, because you have the information for them and they find the value. So I think that's one
funny
tip.
Question.
Another, yeah.
Okay, it's gonna sound very funny-ish. So like, for the people you give a 1 year free, after 1 year you like kick them out or something, you're like, boom, here's the boots.
Yeah. What we're gonna do is, before their 1 year is up, we're gonna start sending them emails, probably a couple months in advance, to say, hey, thank you so much for testing this out and being a free member, and then we're gonna offer them our lowest price that we can, to get them to come in and to lock that rate in. We want them to be a member. We have an introductory price right now, so that's what we'll offer to our free members. But yeah, we'll give them a couple months of notice, and then at the end we will let them know that we will be just removing. Yep. Because if they're not willing to pay for it, they're obviously not using it anyways. So
yeah. Oh. Yeah. Have you ever gotten a complaint of somebody you've had to like kick out? Like,
no, not yet. I am sure that day will come. But right now,
you're preparing for it.
Yes, we're preparing for it. I did have one person cancel. She did a free trial, and she only got it for the free trial. And I learned a lot.
That does happen. That does happen.
Yes. And I was grateful for it, because it led me to create, all my cancellation process. But I did learn that it's much better to give someone something free, like a free workbook download, instead of a free trial, because the free trial is a lot more work on your end, because so many people go and cancel. So really find something that you can give them for free that doesn't require them to sign up. I think is a huge
So it must have been frustrating to realize that you're not coming in because you actually believe in my business or anything. You're just coming in because there's a freebie, and after it's over, you just bounce. That's quite. I put effort into this. Hey, damn it.
Yeah, I know. Seriously. Yeah. So that was a huge learning thing too. So don't give people free trials. Give them a free something that they can instantly download, and that is automated, and it's no work on your end.
Yeah. Well, a free 3 days work though, not like a 1 week trial, but like 3 days. So it's long enough for them to see the value, and short enough that if they cancel, they don't really take much out of you. Like, well, it's 3 days.
Right. So we switched it, like I said, to our free 7-day workbook. So they get instantly to their inbox, and they can download and print it right away. It gets to them on our email list, but also it's no work for us to do.
Yeah. What's the name of the membership, by the way? What's the name?
Yeah, so it's creativechangeconnect.com. So www.creativechangeconnect.com. They're called 30 Days of Play workbooks. And they're just a really great way to engage and play with your family.
Yeah, are you on Instagram? Let me check you out right now.
Yeah, for sure. So it's Creative Change Connect on Instagram.
Let's just find you and follow you real quick.
Perfect.
Creative Change Connect. Oh, CLC, I think. C/C. Is it?
Yeah, C/.
Oh, you can see that clearly.
Yes.
But I think I found it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
30 Days of Play workbook delivered to your inbox monthly. Oh, okay, found it. So following you, actually see that. It looks cute. I like the pictures. Oh, the video is quite adorable. like the mock-up for a tablet.
Thank you.
It's quite beautiful. What's this?
Yes. Oh, we have, so we feature people every single month. So that is food
Oh,
art. We had someone last month who came in and gave us a starter tip for food art. And so that is in our
oh.
membership. So you can do fun stuff with your kids at home.
Ooh.
She is awesome.
It's so cute, like bananas with an eyes and green eyebrows and some
Yeah,
blueberries. That is so
it's a fun way
cute.
to get your kids to eat vegetables and fruit and stuff. So we
That's
like
so
to just give
cute.
it parents fun things to do with their kids that are simple and easy.
That's so cute. I like it. It's fun. It's fun. So, what's your business plan or your business forecast for the rest of the year? I mean, I know the COVID has messed up so many people's business plans. So for the rest of the
Yeah.
year, the next 6 months, what's the plan?
Yeah, so I actually started today. I'm going to start doing a 30 days of marketing challenge for myself. And I'm just going to really push myself to do, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But
You can do
I
it.
just, yes, I decided I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what's best for my business. And I'm going to try a ton of new things over the next 30 days. Maybe it'll turn into 60 or 90, but we're just going to try and start promoting and getting it out in front of people. We're going to work with influencers for marketing and Facebook ads. I'm hoping by the end of the year to hit 2,000 members and see
Oh,
how much we can promote and get going. So
oh.
we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of promoting and growth over the next couple
Oh.
months.
So what's your current number right now for membership?
So we just launched it, so we have under 100.
Oh, so we want to like times 2,000? We don't. That's gonna double that and a lot more. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a
So
huge
like
growth.
1,900 plus in 6 months. Whoa. Okay, darling.
That's what we're hoping for. We're going to start. That might be a little bit more, but I'm always like, let's set our goals high and
Yeah.
see what happens.
Oh.
Yeah, COVID was really hard, but also it's the perfect time to market this because parents are home with their kids
Yes.
and
Yes.
they are tired of being home with their kids.
Really?
Yeah, they've been homeschooling for so many months. I think they just have no clue what to do at this point. And they're
Oh.
like, we need something to do. So we're hoping that we can really capitalize on that and really help people because who knows what's going to happen next
Yeah.
fall with
Yeah.
schools. So it's a great way to keep learning with your kids over the
Yes.
summer.
It is. It is. Wow, that's a
So,
very high goal. Like, oh wow.
yeah,
Wish you all
we'll
the
see.
best luck. I shall be following this to see how this is going.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that's a very high bar. Wow, I'm gonna be following this to see how that goes. Sounds
Yeah,
exciting. Yeah,
we'll
but
see. It's going to be I'm just gonna push myself. Like I said, marketing is my biggest roadblock. And so I
yeah,
just decided that I need to just go with it and try every single thing over the next couple months and just really learn. And if I don't hit that number, at least I'm learning and
yes.
figuring out what works.
Yeah, even if you don't hit the number, it will still be a substantial growth, and then you
Yes.
know what you need to do to hit that 2,000. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm always a fan of, I think in entrepreneurship, when you're pushing yourself, you have to set your goals just a little bit higher than you feel comfortable with, because I think that that is what will help push you out of your comfort zone. And as an entrepreneur, that's what you've got to do every day.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, so for anyone listening right now, who has an idea for a membership, um, how do I put it? I feel like just telling you go for it is kind of risky. Like slow down first a bit. Like just think of that business idea properly. So what's your idea? Let's say Abigail right now has an idea for a membership. So you wasn't as somebody who was an existing membership with actual paying customer. What's your advice for Abigail listening to this right now?
Yeah, I think my advice, I mean, honestly, just going for it, but in the fact of get those ideas on paper, really start working with it, get your ideas, brainstorm, and then do your research. Look into what people are already doing. I think that I've looked a lot at toy subscriptions because toy subscription boxes are so huge right now. So I've looked into a lot, like what are those people doing and how can I model what they're doing, but also be different in what I'm offering. So if you're looking into, starting a subscription, learn about them, learn about the best platform to host them on, research what other people are doing,
Yeah.
and test the market, talk to people and see if that's something people would even be willing to pay for and what price they're willing to pay for. But I think my biggest thing, like you said, don't just go for it, but go for it in the fact of start brainstorming and writing and learning. And then you'll see if that's really the direction you want to go in.
All right. Okay. So for follow-up questions based on that. So the first part you said, look at what other people are doing. So I'm assuming you're Googling this or you're going to Facebook groups or something?
So I've done a little bit of both. I was very familiar with the toy subscription model just because I follow a lot of them. I've seen a lot. So I looked into their websites, looked into what they were charging, how they were marketing, what people were doing to follow them, how it worked every month. And then, like I said, I'm in a lot of entrepreneurial courses that are also membership based. So I looked into okay, what are they doing to create this membership and how can I kind of marry the two together to create something that's a digital product. So
okay, that makes sense. So if let's say Abigail right now has a membership idea and she's followed your direction of first writing it down, do some research, find similar business ideas close to what you want. So now, how do you validate this idea, that people are going to pay for it? Like, how are you validating the idea?
Yeah, I think you could definitely test in Facebook groups, or for me, it was a little easier because I had mom friends and I had an Instagram from a previous business that I was able to kind of test with. And I saw the extreme need and I researched to find that it wasn't out there. But I think that, posting in groups, like you said, posting on your Facebook, talking to people about it and seeing if that's something people are interested in. Because I feel like people aren't interested, you'll know really quick that they're not interested.
Yeah.
So I think that talking to tons of people is going to be the best way to figure out if people are going to pay for it. And if you believe in it and enough and you can market it and you can stand behind it, you will be able to get sales. Because there's obviously, if you thought of the idea, there's somebody out there that needs that as well.
Okay. So let's say, now Abigail has the idea, she's written it down, she's done her research, she's found similar businesses like this and has posted to groups. So do I immediately start getting Kajabi or something? Do I have to create a simpler version of this membership before I put in money and get a full membership software in place? What's your idea?
So I just went for it. I went and Kajabi is a great one. I did ClickFunnels because they do my marketing, like my emails and web pages and stuff.
Okay.
But I think it's one of those where maybe find the cheapest software because you can always move your stuff later. It's not an easy process, but you can do it. And start putting your content together. Or maybe you're not ready to start paying for it and you can start putting all the content you want together in Google Drive and get everything ready to go, create it out so that when you start paying for it, you're just throwing information in and you can start marketing right away.
Okay.
And that could
you had mentioned a previous business. Can you tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, so I started Creative Change last summer, and I started selling pacifier clips, but they were for toddlers. So you can attach them to strollers, high chairs to keep them from throwing stuff like toys, sippy cups, snack cups. So I started with that, and I learned so much from it. I just decided to switch out of it. What?
Kids will chew anything.
Yeah, it was really awesome. Everything and anything. But it's a great product. People loved it. But I just decided that it wasn't exactly where my passion was and what I wanted to keep doing. So I shifted away. And I think that as an entrepreneur, sometimes you'll start a lot of businesses before you find the one that really works and what you believe in the most.
Were you, how do I phrase this? Were you attached to the pacifier company, that just dropping it for the membership was like, oh, my baby. Like, was it very
Yeah.
painful to let go of it, or it's
Yeah,
still there?
So I still sell them occasionally, but
Oh,
it's kind of the scene. It was really hard to let go of because I was so used to that with marketing, and I was used to it, and I wanted to do both, but I knew that if I did both, I was not going to do great with either. So
yeah,
I needed
yeah.
one. I loved doing it, and yeah, it was really hard to like say goodbye and to move to the next thing, but
Yeah.
it's okay. I felt like this was the right move, so that's what we're doing.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
So does your husband or your partner help with your business? Does he also like help out to getting a few things done?
No. So my boyfriend and I, he believes in the business. He will talk to me about it, but he is not involved in it at all. He works full time and he flips houses at night. And so he's very busy and he'll give me advice, but
He does nothing else after that.
no, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at least
no.
he's supportive,
Yes,
right?
he's very supportive with it. And I think eventually as I grow, there's things that he definitely could come in and help with. But for right now, we're just keeping them separate and he's just giving me advice.
How helpful are this advice?
It's actually really good. I'm a
Oh,
very dreamy person and I set really high goals for
yeah,
myself.
I noticed.
And he's very much more of a realist, and I'm very like, I want to help everybody, and he's like, okay, but you've got to focus
Yeah,
on the
slow
business.
down, girl.
Yeah. And so he really helps like ground me. It's a really good balance between the two.
Oh, well. Supportive partners. Woohoo!
They're the best. You have to have that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Otherwise, it's just quite frustrating. Uh,
Yes, agree.
last question. What's your advice for new businesses, whether it's a membership or an e-commerce or a coaching, but for new businesses, what's your advice for getting your first 10 customers, your first 10 clients?
Yeah, I think it kind of goes back to, it's one thing I still need to work on, but you can't do everything at once and you're not going to be great at everything, but there is something you're going to be good at. So really focus on that and grow it. And you have to put offers out there. You can't just expect that if you start marketing on Instagram and build your, people are not just going to come. You have to really be out there talking to people, posting in Facebook groups, engaging on Instagram, Pinterest, wherever you're marketing. But it's a lot of work. But if you put in the work, you will get those first 10 customers and you'll learn a lot from those first 10.
Yeah, so you heard her. Put in the work. You had mentioned being patient at the beginning of this. So put in the work,
Yeah.
be patient. You cannot just have your Instagram and post occasionally and have a website and maybe make it as pretty as you can and just expect that people will find you online. You cannot just expect that if you build it, they will magically search for the right things and then boom, land on your website or land on your Instagram. Maybe they land on your Instagram and then they'll just like, click on your bio link. It doesn't quite work like that. So you have to go out there, do a lot of engagement, post as much as you can. Although lots of groups are not all about promotion, so like be sneaky about it.
Yes, trying to find those ways because
Yeah.
it's hard. And I think that you, as a new business owner, you compare yourself a lot to the really big businesses and you're like, oh, I just want to be them. Like, I just want sales to come in and I want 2,000 likes on my pictures and hundreds of thousands of followers. But I think you have to step back as a new business owner and realize those people were in our shoes years ago and they've just been working at this for years. Most businesses don't just happen.
Yes,
It's
you do not.
years of hard work. And just realizing, I think too, for a new business owner, you have to be prepared to not get paid and to not make money for quite a while because whatever you make gets funneled back into the business and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, so you heard her, be patient. And there is this temptation we have of comparing our business to what we've seen on Instagram, or there's this stuff where people in a Facebook group are posting all about their success and how many clients they've had this month or today or this year and all that. But you don't quite know how long they've been in business. You don't know what goes on behind the scenes and the amount of work they've put into this. If they've spent thousands of dollars on ads, you do not know that. So do not compare yourselves to them, and just take it one day at a time. You will get there, and you get further than that. But you're not that business. You have no idea what they've put in and what they've sacrificed and what they've the literal blood, sweat, and tears to get here. And so don't start comparing yourself to them. It's gonna kill your self-esteem and your confidence anyway. Yeah.
Yes, 100% agree.
Oh, any advice you want to give?
I think just find what you love, know your why behind your business. You're never going to be able to build a business just because you want to make money. There has to be something stronger.
That's what harsh reality slap. Like,
I know. I mean, it's good to want to make money, and that's obviously the driving factor. Everyone wants to make money. Everyone wants a business to make money. But I think that you have to just find your why as a business owner. Find, why are you doing this? You're not doing it just for money. What are the big reasons you're doing this for? And really focus on those when the days are hard. Because as an entrepreneur journey, there are days when they are so good and there's days when they're so hard. And you have to have that why. Every day is like a roller coaster. You just have to really take your why and write it on your wall and remember it and just go for it, because you can do it. Like, people are doing it every day, and you can do it too.
You can do it. You can do it. Is that how you motivate yourself on bad days? Like, write it on a wall and stare at it. Is that how you motivate yourself?
Some days I just have to like step back and be like, what is my why? Why am I doing this? And some days you just don't have good days and you just take a break and you watch TV.
And that's fine. You're a human being, not a robot. Take an off day.
And you regroup and you start again the next day. So, yeah, that's how I deal with it.
Do you feel guilty, though? Do you not feel guilty when you take an off day, when you know that maybe you should spend this day working on your business? Do you not feel guilty about it?
I do feel guilty, but it's a work in progress. I'm really trying to get myself to know. I think it's a hard balance being an entrepreneur. And I think for me, I have to balance the fact of, I can't work all night on my business because I'm going to be tired the next day. Yes. So it's finding the balance of hours worked. And then also, we're not robots. We need a break. And you might just have to take a break for a day or two or a week. But sometimes those breaks will give you your best ideas to do even more the following week. So mentally, I still need to get there, and I'm trying. But
you're doing great.
Thanks.
I'm cheering you on.
Oh, you're so sweet. I love it.
Thank you. Oh my God. Okay. So anything else you want to add before we end the interview?
I don't think so. Just if you want to be an entrepreneur, go for it, because it really is so fun.
Yeah.
Yes. In the work, no, it's not going to be easy, but it's so worth it in the end. So
yeah. Be patient. Don't give up. Don't compare yourself to anyone. When you have a business idea, don't just throw in your money and everything into it. Write it down. Really think of the idea, flesh it out, to do some research, and then find similar businesses like yours and see that, okay, what are they doing differently that I would like to emulate, or what? But look at this business. I like this. I don't like this. If you can change this, just sort of do your research and do your best. It was nice talking to you, Courtney. Bye.
Yes, exactly.